For the Terrapins, and you see they're going to play an open, and then they go play Minnesota, and that won't be easy. But both these teams are closing out on their seasons, and you're seeing the Big Ten championship coming up sometime soon here.
And we're closing out this dual meet here with the final match of this meet here with the top wrestler for the Maryland Terrapins, Youssif Hemida, who's been pretty dominant this season, only dropping 2 matches.
And if you want to talk about a bright spot for Maryland, this is the biggest bright spot they got. Youssif Hemida has been great, ranked number 8 in his weight class, and he's had a very strong season for this Terrapin team.
We were able to see Hemida warming up with head coach Kerry McCoy, and I'm sure he's learning a ton of valuable knowledge from that Olympian who's also his head coach. Deuce Rochelle himself, one of the most exciting wrestlers on the Fighting Illini's lineup. Always looking to throw
we were talking about that's a cool
special.
name, right? Deuce? I would say that's a pretty cool name.
He's looking to get a Deuce 2-point takedown here, but Hemida.
I see what you did there. I wonder how many times he's heard that one. I really wonder.
I'm sure growing up he gets it all the time. He's been wrestling for years. Hemida with the bear hug. Trying to lift Rochelle, but Rochelle not giving it up. Good defense as he's going for a headlock of his own. And Hemida.
Deuce Rochelle, kind of up and down season, but there you go. With Hemida showing his dominance, he's only dropped 2 this season, one of them coming in the Big Ten. And just a great heavyweight wrestler.
And that exchange itself was pretty telling of how this match may go. Hemida tried to overpower Rochelle with his strength, but Rochelle used some wrestling know-how to not give up the throw. Hemida, of course, still came out on top before the one-point escape. Yeah.
Deuce Rochelle is, just an explosive wrestler. You mentioned it, one of the most kind of fun guys to watch for this Illinois team. And it's true, you never know what you're going to get. He could really come out and get some points on Hemida here, but this is going to be one of the tougher challenges for him really during this season with the success that Hemida's been able to have.
Absolutely. Hemida is such a dominating force here in this heavyweight weight class. And now these two wrestlers back into feeling each other out, looking for their angle, looking for their tie that they want to get to. And there's Hemida with the right underhook. You can see him underneath Rochelle's left arm. 15 seconds remain here in the first period. The score is 2-1. It was an exciting little flurry there we saw earlier.
Yeah, there was a good escape by Rochelle. But Hemida definitely showing a little bit more force. Rochelle having to play more of a defensive angle in this one, which I'm sure he's not surprised about. He probably expected to do that against Youssif.
And he'll choose bottom here to start out the second period. And we saw that counterattack there right at the end of the period. And Rochelle's not shying away. We'll see how he does here on bottom with Hemida, just an imposing physical force here on top.
Yeah, and this was also a position that we saw him practicing with Coach Kerry McCoy, too, before this meet started out on the mat, practicing that on-top position, and couldn't get anything going there, as now it's tied up. Rochelle getting another escape, both his points coming off that now.
And there was a huge arm spin there from Rochelle on the edge of the mat. No takedown awarded, but he's really showing some life here against such a highly touted wrestler.
Well, yeah, you get the crowd going in it at least, and with the type of guy and the type of wrestler Rochelle is, his heart starts beating a little faster, the adrenaline starts kicking in, and you could see some more energy from him in this one. Look for him to take a little bit more of an offensive approach.
That's really an exciting way to watch a heavyweight match. You can really expect the unexpected from Deuce Rochelle, but like we saw, it's hard to catch Hemida in anything surprising. He's a great reactionary wrestler and himself can score a lot of points. as we approach the last 40 seconds of this second period. 2-2.
And I got to be honest, not exactly how we expected this to go. I mean, Hemida could easily be up quite a bit at this point, but Rashal putting up a fight. And the two of them really duking it out here.
A great closing match here so far in Huff Hall. And Hemida has that underhook again on the edge of the mat as the ref warns Deuce Rashal for stalling. And there's 5 seconds remaining here in this period.
And as now we get to the third period, we've seen it a couple times in this meet. We're going to see who has more energy and who can really try to get some of those final points.
Both these wrestlers want to close this meet out on top for their team, especially Hemida, who a loss here would be a pretty major defeat, as Rashal does a good job keeping him on the mat. And there he is, up to his feet quickly.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned it for Hemida. A loss here, that's only going to be his second in Big Ten play, you know, so he has really been a force to be reckoned with. But Deuce Rashal, who has, like we said, had up and down season, and he's only picked up 2 Big Ten wins. This would be huge for him.
And a 3-2 lead for Hemida, as he has that underhook again now. Deuce gets out of it looking for his own attack. And we come approaching the closing minute here of this third period. I don't know if Deuce Rashal is going to go down without a fight.
He's going to try to get another point on the board here to at least tie it up, but Hemida, he's fighting.
Hemida, definitely a smart wrestler here in this position, knows where he's at and knows what it's going to take to win this match, as Rashal fakes the shot there as we have 40 seconds remaining left in the third.
I admire the fake from Rashal, but I think a guy like Hemida not necessarily going to fall for it.
30 seconds left. We can hear the words of encouragement here from the Illini bench. They want Rashal to get moving and show what he showed against teams like Iowa, where he goes for big points at the end of the match, and that was a attempted high crotch that
they know the opportunity, and that's a big takedown for Hemida to get, though.
Absolutely.
Because the opportunity was right there for Rashal, and now that was closing down. That was just a big takedown by Hemida. Nice job. But a much closer contested match than I bet you Hemida was expecting, and some of these Illinois fans even in here were expecting.
A 5-2 win from Maryland will close out this meet.